Downtown Oxley, in a quiet cul-de-sac, meet the residents of Campana Street.
We have lived here for 51 years.
We've lived here for 27 years.
When the street was built up around 52 years ago, about 25 families moved in and most have never moved out.
We all help each other sort of as best we can. We don't live in each other's pockets, but they're there if anyone needs a bit of help.
Back in the day, this old beauty was the homestead of a big farm off Ipswich Road, and Barry and Christine Verity have transformed her back to better than original condition.
I've often thought of moving into one of these newer suburbs with a new house and stuff like that. It's tempting, but when you think about it, everyone's on top of each other and looking into each other's lounge rooms and stuff. And
you'd never find neighbours like we've got.
And you don't get that here.
Mostly retired now, it was all young families who moved into Campana Street, including Maury and Margaret Rickson, who rented it first.
Going from only planning to live here for a few years, how many are you up to now?
Well, we've been here for 50 years because we've been married 50 years and we came here 1 year after we were married.
And now Maury's son Scott also calls Campana Street home with his own family a few doors down. The homes back then were only a couple of £1,000 brand new, and here a for sale sign is as close to a scandal as it gets.
You would have seen your neighbours' kids grow up and get married, and
that's right.
Yeah. It's a long history of knowing each other, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw these two grow up. Yes, I've seen them all grow up. Joan had 6 and I had 5.
Between them, there's over 400 years of history, and local councillor Milton Dick reckons that's a rare feat these days.
Well, it's a wonderful close community, and talking to the residents you can see that they all know each other, that they care about each other, and they're making their street, I think, one of the best streets in our city.
And over the years, as the kids grew up and they had to go to school, even then they didn't have to go far. It's right at the end of the street.
A catch-up over the fence is almost a daily occurrence, catching up on what their families are up to, and of course some neighbourhood gossip.
Not many of them have very loud parties, so there's nothing to complain about.
Or if we do, they're usually at us.
If we have a big party, they're usually here.
And while there are some newcomers to the street, they plan on staying for a long time yet.